mermaid on the beach? As we've said at the beginning, the beach has become one of the most visited tourist places in the world. No matter where they come from, those who don't live in coastal areas always want to know the sea. That's why there are plenty of videos on the internet with tourists who travel to the beach. Whether for its crystal clear waters or the warm sand between their feet, young people never forget to take their camera to the sea. However, the beautiful landscape isn't the only thing its visitors have captured on video during the holidays. And the next recording is proof of that. The clip only lasts a few seconds, but it's enough time to see the peculiar movement of one of the women who bathes near the shore of the beach. Although the origin of the video is unknown, many people were shocked to think that it could be a mermaid. The images only showed the head of the woman, but soon after, a fishtail stands out on the surface of the water. Did you see it? If you still haven't, maybe you should pay a little bit more attention. Do you think it was a real mermaid? After all, the woman didn't seem to have legs. Many people gave their opinions after the publication of this clip. However, none of them turned out to be positive. Everyone assumed it was a montage. A real mermaid wouldn't have been exposed that way on the beach. In addition, most of the evidence about the existence of these creatures has shown that they don't have long hair. Not to mention that the skin on her back didn't have scales. However, there are still people who prefer to keep their opinions to themselves. Beyond being a simple myth, they really believe in the existence of mermaids. And any possible evidence, however small it may be, is enough for them. What do you think? Do you think it was a montage? Or do you think they can be like Ariel? Whatever the answer, the final decision is yours.
Zimbabwe incident. A tragedy happened in 2017 in Zimbabwe. 2 young boys drowned in the sea. Why? What happened? Well, it all started while the boys were herding the cattle near a dam and they saw something like a huge fish swimming in the water. So, what do you think they did? They wanted to catch the strange creature in the water. And what do you think that creature was? You're right, it was a mermaid. According to what people witnessed, the mermaid snatched the 2 boys into the water and kept them under the water for a moment. But it wasn't a very evil mermaid after all, because she brought them back to the surface of the water. But what happened later on is believed to be the parents' mistake. They cried when they saw their kids on the surface of the water, a genuine reaction, but that reaction must have pissed off the mermaid or scared it. So what did it do? It pulled them again under the water till they could no longer breathe, and they drowned. After a short time, the boys' dead bodies floated on the surface of the water. The area where the mermaid was said to have appeared was believed to have been plagued by a harmful mermaid. Why does this sound like a fictional story? There was not enough evidence to support this case, and no one seemed to have talked about it for a long while, not even on the internet. For this reason, I think it raises some questions and brings many doubts. No one can really be sure that the cause of the accident was the mermaid. It might have been a natural case, like the guy slipped into the water and couldn't swim. It is controversial, but the witnesses were sure that there was a mermaid in that area. They might have had a point though. Everything is possible. The mermaid migration. The video we have here is super awesome. In fact, mammals like whales, dolphins, and sharks migrate in packs. Therefore, it makes sense that mermaids do too. There's not enough information about this video since it was uploaded anonymously and several channels went on sharing it and spreading it around. Now let's take a look at that. These are groups of mermaids traveling and crossing the sea among the waves, as you can see in front of you. It was reported that this footage was one of the most accurate footages of mermaids. Even though the resolution's not really good, you can still detect the shapes moving in the sea. People thought these creatures were simply dolphins. That makes sense too, but if you take a closer look, I think you'll realize that no, these aren't dolphins at all. They don't look like dolphins or whales in my opinion, because I can see their arms. Do dolphins have arms? No, they do not. Anyway, they look absolutely amazing. Look at their organized pod that seems to be really excited about heading to their destination, wherever that might have been. Look at how they're swimming. Is that a butterfly stroke? Cool. I honestly love mermaids, and I think they're rare creatures. We don't easily see one in the ocean. Now imagine how lucky that person who filmed this clip was. A group of mermaids crossing by. This image reminds us of some ancient legends about mermaids that were called sirens that were many and beautiful. They lured the sailors by their sweet voices while singing, and they charmed them. I wish the resolution of the video was better, or there was a zoom in to get a clearer footage of those mermaids. A mermaid in the waves. Now, as we mentioned before, it's really rare to catch footage of a mermaid swimming, but there's another very lucky person who is capable of filming a mermaid swimming among the waves. I think this video is the clearest so far because it has a zoom in. Look at that, the mermaid surfing the waves like a pro. That's expected, of course, for it lives in the sea, but anyway, the best thing about the video is its quality. People might have guessed that this is not a mermaid if the clip wasn't clear enough, but no one can doubt otherwise after watching this high-quality video, right? Even if it's not the best resolution ever, you can certainly recognize the creature in it. A human torso and a fish-like tail, it's definitely a mermaid in the waves. What else could it be? However, many commenters believed that the video was created with computers and graphics and so on. Do you think it's fake? We already know there must be objectors to any case, especially on the internet. What would you honestly do if you saw a real-life mermaid? I don't mean seeing a mermaid in a video, I mean seeing a mermaid in the ocean surfing the waves or chilling on a rock and lashing its tail back and forth. Would it freak you out? It would impress you indeed. Just marvel at its creation. It's not something that you usually see. Claim yourself lucky if you see one. The sea is filled with many other amazing creatures that we still have no idea about. It's just a whole other world down there in the depths of the sea.
Mermaid experiment. Traveling to the beach or to a river has become the ideal destination for people to vacation. Crystal clear water, giant palm trees, and fresh sand on the ground are considered something pleasant for most people. That's why there's always that eager tourist who wants to record everything with their video camera. From a child picking up shells in the sea to the colorful fish that swim near the shore. But when summer ends and visitors return to their homes, the ocean is able to drag creatures never seen before by society. The following recording is a clear example of this. It took place in Minnesota in the United States when a group of Australian tourists recorded what seemed to be a mermaid on the shores of the lake. Yes, just as you heard it. The young people decided to travel there when the holiday season was over. Their intention was to know the surroundings and do a bit of tourism. However, they did not expect to find something that would turn the internet upside down. They posted the video on the channel Paranormal Elite, and to date it has more than 2 million views. In the recording, you can see how two people in safety yellow suits drew a strange body from the water. Although the recording is blurred in some occasions, one of the images shows that the creature they're taking out of the lake has a human torso and a fish tail. Can you believe it? According to the information gathered, the young people didn't want to leave the natural park when they were asked to leave it minutes before. Several large vehicles were parked near the area, and that encouraged curiosity in the tourists. However, when they saw what those men dressed in yellow drew from the water, everything made sense. What happened after that is unknown, just as it also remains a mystery who was the person responsible for recording the video and uploading it to the internet. Plus, what these men were doing in the lake is not very clear, much less what they did with the mermaid. However, what shocked the people the most was that these men didn't look surprised when they walked to the water. They seemed to know very well what they would get out of there. Were they scientists who wanted to experiment with the mermaids? Or on the contrary, do you think it was a montage?